Hi, my name is Susan Stotterell, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, Beyond the Books, The Language of Success. This is an interdisciplinary podcast on child and adult literacy. Texas has had it out for teachers, librarians, and education in general for quite some time now. But today we're going to look at the Houston Independent District. In particular, Superintendent Mike Miles, who was appointed by the Texas Education Agency. Formerly, he instituted a similar program in Dallas, Texas, and before that in Colorado. His new education system being implemented for school districts with low reading levels and standardized test scores. In his new education system, he plans to eliminate librarian positions in 29 schools and turn the libraries into disciplinary centers. 57 other schools out of 274 canvases are also being considered for the same treatment. The students that have disciplinary problems in class are going to be put in these empty libraries and given computers to watch the classes from there. Now, we all know what happened during the pandemic with kids trying to learn from home on computers. It doesn't work. They need to be in a class with competent teachers and where they can ask questions and be stimulated. Librarians in these 29 centers are going to be transitioned into some other position. Every teacher in the school will have to reapply for their job. Their salaries are going to be based upon the test scores of the students. And supposedly they will make more money. But in Dallas, only 4% of all the teachers made the kind of money that Mr. Miles was talking about. They will still have access to books, but you'll have to come in before school to look at them, and it will be on an honor basis to be checked out. At the same time, this new system is being implemented. This year, the Texas legislature passed what was called the Reader Act. What it does is basically ban education around the topics of equity, inclusion, and diversity within public schools. If a student is disruptive in class, they are sent to the library, which is now a detention center. What message does this say to that kid? That you're worthless and we don't care about you and you're not smart enough to be in a regular class with a great teacher. Being able to go to libraries was my saving grace. It should also be noted that in this area of schools, 63% of the students are Latino and 22.1% are Black, whereas in the surrounding areas, 67% of the students are white and the incomes are much higher. These people are working class and they have very low income. They need these libraries in these schools because they can't afford to buy books, which are very expensive. Study after study has shown that really good library programs enhance the test and reading scores of their students. Just as is also proven in many studies that over disciplinarian habits towards students also is harmful to those reading levels and test scores. In Dallas, the test scores rose very little. It was not tremendously successful. And within the 2 years that Miles was there, the changeover in teachers went from 12% to 22%. According to a Dallas Morning News analysis, the Dallas Independent School Department consistently met the standards set by the state's accountability system, but failed to show any significant gains in the standardized test scores under Miles' tenure. Only some subject areas saw improvement. And it should be noted that in Texas currently, only 88.4% of all high school students actually graduate from high school. It has one of the worst records in the country.